and that should turn it on. What's up YouTube, Henry Chung Fitness here. Today we are here to review the Magene C606 bike computer. If you've seen my old video, I have reviewed the H803 heart rate monitor from Magene as well, and lately they've been coming out with a great series of products such as power meters, bike lights, radars, bike computers, heart rate monitors, etc. So just a note, I have received this Magene C606 bike computer from Magene. Let's go ahead and see what's in the box as well as review the cycling computer. Okay, so in the box, this is how it comes. The Magene C606, this is the polar night black version, which is this one. And I do like the stealth look of this. 2.8 inch HD color touchscreen, IPX7 waterproof, which is good. It can connect to your smart trainer, electronic shifting, Type-C charging, as well as map navigation. This one's a neat one, as well as a DIY data display. You can configure your data screens. And it's got Wi-Fi synchronized AGNSS. I believe this is the satellite. You've got Wi-Fi, smart notifications. It can connect to Training Peaks and Strava. So go ahead and unbox this. Just to note, I have already unboxed this and used this, but I'll give you guys the whole experience. So this is what's in the box. This is the Magene head unit. This is what comes in the box. And as we can see, it's got the typical Garmin bike mount, and just for reference, this is the size of the cycling computer. Now, in terms of the Exos nav that I have reviewed, it's definitely a bit larger than the Exos nav, as well as thicker. So you can see the size difference here. Overall, just a bit beefier than the Exos nav that I reviewed. It does have a larger screen as well, so that's cool to see. We'll go ahead and weigh this unit. For reference, the Exos nav is about 58 grams, and the Magene C606 is 105 grams, so almost double the mass. Okay, so what else comes in the box? You've got the instruction manual. You've got a series of mounts that you can attach to your handlebar, as well as longer elastics for a larger diameter. And you've got your handy dandy USB charging cable, USB Type-C, as well as the lanyard. The lanyard is actually attached down here, just under where the charging port is. And go ahead and show you that right here. You can loop it just under here. So let's go ahead and loop that in like so. And now you've got your cycling computer on a lanyard. Make sure you're safe and you have your computer on the lanyard just in case it falls off. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this on. So you press the button here, press and hold, and that should turn it on. So as you can see, I've already used this. Now there's a series of 3 buttons total. 2 buttons down here, 1 up here. This one turns on and off the display. Okay, let me just double check. So this actually brings up the main. This button down here brings up the top menu button, which is cool. And then this button on the bottom, it actually cycles through the different pages. We'll go ahead and end that. What I've got here, there's different modes. This is the road mode, and this is my everyday riding mode. And basically I have the power screen with average power 3 seconds, FDP, cadence, zone, heart rate, and speed. And you can touch, and basically you can cycle through the different screens. And the cool thing about this is you can connect this to your electronic group set. Now I believe Wheeltop actually has come up with a latest firmware upgrade, which I'll be able to see if it connects to the cycling computer. They have upgraded their firmware so that it accepts Ant+, so I think I might be able to see that here. So let's go ahead and try that out. Okay, so you can actually go in and add sensor, and there's heart rate, speed cadence sensor, power meter, trainer, radar, electronic gears, and headlight. Let's go ahead and try this one. Searching. Oh, it's found something. I think this is my electronic gears, which is the wheel top EDS. Let's turn on the Wi-Fi, and then now that the Wi-Fi is on, let's see, we'll go into maps. There you go. You can actually go ahead and select through the map list. You can choose countries from Asia, as you can see there, as well as South America. These are the countries that are supported. And North America, you've got USA, Canada. I guess USA, you've got a variety of different USA. So I'm not really sure what that is. Let's see. Okay, there you go. The info screen. So that's really cool. I guess they've got many different roads there. So these are the different roads that are, or locations that are supported. There's Europe as well. Europe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once again, these are the different zones that you can download the maps for. And you've got Oceania, Australia, and New Zealand as well. Navigation settings. You can set your navigation card to classic or simplified mode. And water display, I turn it on. You can also choose your unit preferences. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off Wi-Fi to conserve battery. And you can pair your phone over Bluetooth to set up the different data screens, etc. And also to connect the Magene to your phone so that you can upload the data. And yeah, it's pretty cool. You can set up your indoor training with, specific zones. You could create workouts as well. So I did create a workout like this. It is a bit time consuming to do this though. So if you have Training Peaks, I believe it does connect to Training Peaks. So that's probably a better method. But you can create your own workouts in the app if needed, in the OneLapFit. One thing I will mention is that it is very visible in the light, and especially when you're riding out during the day. The camera angle couldn't really capture the visibility, but I would say it's very visible, the touchscreen, and it's really easy to use while out on the road. I do like the touchscreen. And in terms of using the route function, I've found that if you go off course, then it does beep every so often to let you know you're off course. And it does show you an arrow leading you back onto the course. Okay, so we're going to turn right here, even though we're not supposed to. And we'll see what happens. So I've turned a different way, and we're about to see what happens when you go a different route. The blue is the actual supposed route. This is a route that I actually built off of the OneLapFit app. And yep, so it does say off course. And we'll see if it leads me to my original route. But you can see in the red, that's the off-course route. That's what I'm currently riding, which is kind of cool. So, I mean, ultimately I'll meet up with this, but the app itself is a bit finicky in terms of creating routes because it does take into account one-way roads. So that's one thing to note as well. And it also can't find trails as well. Okay, so the closer I get to the actual intended route, the red course actually starts pointing to the original prescribed route, so that's kind of cool. But I could see that if you're really lost, then it might not really direct you, so that's one thing to note. I did find that it got a bit annoying that it kept beeping that you're off course, depending on how long you're off course for. That was a bit of an annoyance, I would say. Now, it can't detect that you're on a bike trail, so that's one unfortunate thing. The constant beeping, definitely a bit annoying. What a beauty day. Look at this. It can't get any better than this, can it? I have ridden with this in the rain and it seems to be working fine. So the IP67 seems to be holding well. Overall, I do really like this cycling computer. I do like that it has the maps. It's kind of like offline maps and you can basically ride and see where you're going, which is really cool. You can see the different streets and see the different roads. And yeah, overall, it's a great cycling computer for the price, in my opinion. And it won't break the bank compared to, let's say, a Garmin 540, 840, etc. So this is probably 1/3 to 1/2 the cost, and it's still packed with features, maybe not as much as the Garmin, but it is fairly easy and intuitive to use for what you need it for. For my purposes, I use it mostly for just commuting, let's say, and also for a race day where I need specific information and I need to connect it to my heart rate monitor, power meter, and I guess now electronic group set. So overall, it does its job and it looks great. It looks sleek and it's packed with features. And the OneLapFit app seems to be decent. I do like that this is able to upload to Strava as well. You can link it to Strava, so that's pretty cool. Now, my overall thoughts is that this is a great cycling computer for the value. It's about $200 Canadian on AliExpress. I'll link it below. And overall, it's got great features such as the touchscreen. It is color as well, which is really cool. You can set up different riding profiles as well, such as my race mode, my just day-to-day cycling mode. I like that it can pair to my sensors, my Garmin Vector 3 pedals, as well as my heart rate monitor. And I'd say it's fairly easy to use. I have not tried the indoor training just yet. A neat feature that it has is the smart assistant settings where it can provide notifications on the head unit that your heart rate has exceeded a certain limit. It provides an energy replenishment reminder as well as hydration notifications, which is pretty cool to see. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you've used the Magene C606, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think. And until next time, have a good one.